Whether we like it or not, workforce automation is right around the corner, and no industry is exempt. Workers in retail, call centers, fast food, bookkeeping, accounting, insurance, and law are all potentially going to be infringed upon by artificial intelligence. So surely the trucking industry is going to face some changes, right? Well, my name is Liam DeBoer, this is the ET Trucking News, and let's talk about the future of automation. Everyone tends to think of automation as something around the corner, that one day a switch will be flicked and all of a sudden the world will resemble iRobot. Although we're already dealing with the effects of automation. In the last 2 decades alone, we've already automated away 4 million manufacturing jobs. And by the year 2030, it is expected that robots will have replaced 20 million workers, and trucking seems to be the next industry that Silicon Valley wants to dig its little dirty mitts into. Trucking, in America alone, brings in $800 billion annually and employs more than 3.5 million workers. Although the American Trucking Association says America is short 898,000 truck drivers. This isn't shocking to me because despite globalization ramping up the freight industry, truck drivers haven't seen appropriate pay raises. Today, a truck driver entering the industry can expect to make somewhere around the $45,000 a year range. And considering you're looking at a $50,000 to $60,000 loan just to lease a truck, it's gonna be pretty hard to talk nearly 1 million people into joining the industry. Although the tech overlords that are puppeteering society think they've found the answer: automated trucks. So will they be used for evil and put truck drivers out of work, or will they wield this technological power for good in order to supplement the truck driver shortage? I wish I could give you a clear-cut answer, but each company has different goals. Google, Volvo, Tesla, Nikola, and Embark are just a few of the companies trying to bring automated trucks to market. So, what's their vision? Well, Embark seems to have the most practical plan. Embark has completed an automated run with a truck driving 2,400 miles from LA to Jacksonville without driver intervention. Although they don't aim to put truck drivers out of work. Embark wants to create a better life for drivers. Truckers have struggled for decades to balance home life. Often they're dragged away from their families for days or weeks at a time to go on long-haul routes. But here's the good news. Embark's trucks only operate on the highway. Their goal is to create hubs at each city, and the automated trucks would run from hub to hub, but human drivers would still be required to pick up and drop off freights from these hubs. And if I understand correctly, not too many drivers would be upset about being able to remain local. But then again, I've read enough press releases to know that a company's initial goal often gets tossed to the side when its board members and shareholders need a 13th beach house. So the jury is still out on Embark. Although some companies are pretty honest about their villainous goals. Walmart has already teamed up with Gatik, another Silicon Valley startup, and together they've operated 2 autonomous box trucks without a safety driver on a 7-mile loop for 12 hours daily. The CEO of Gatik told CNBC that, quote, "Taking the driver out is the holy grail of this technology." And if this was a 15-second TikTok clip, I'd probably say something along the lines of, "Tell me you have no compassion for blue-collar workers without telling me you have no compassion for blue-collar workers." Now, in no way, shape, or form do I hold business interests above the interests of the people, but if I was to step outside of my bias for a moment and look at the potential benefits that self-driving trucks can bring to a company, the data shows the potential profit increases would be substantial. AI trucks can go more than 2.5 times the distance of the average driver due to the much-needed 10-hour rule. Lawsuits against companies would decrease as when computers are driving, they don't get bored or fatigued and are just as focused at the end of their trip as they were at the beginning. And the data is already very clear. Computers are better drivers than humans, which I do need to apologize for because my 18-year-old self definitely contributed to that human accident statistic. And then again when I was 20, and then again when I was 21. Outside of accidents, general wear and tear and fuel efficiency will also benefit. Embark's current estimations are that a company or driver could see 20 to 30% savings on fuel and repairs. The technology is truly limitless. I mean, just think about it. If 10 trucks were sent out on a run where routes were similar, They could form a convoy and drastically reduce wind drag. This is impossible for humans, because unfortunately our bladders don't work like menstrual cycles, so we can't expect Bob and Randy's pee breaks to be in sync. Tesla, and more so Elon, seem to be the front runners in the world of, well, just about everything from automated cars to trucks to space colonization. Now, admittedly, I was the kid from the blue-collar family that was too busy in the arts to get his hands dirty, so I'm not going to claim to be an authority figure on truck specs, but Tesla's semis seem pretty crazy. Its 0 to 60 time with an 80,000 pound load is just 20 seconds. Which means Elon is about 1 or 2 models away from making semis faster than my beater Jetta. Of course, being Tesla, these trucks are also fully electric and come in 2 models. A Tesla Semi with a charge range of 300 miles will run $150,000, while a 500-mile range will cost $180,000. And Tesla is already taking $20,000 deposits for these trucks and expect them to be on the road within the next year or 2. Now, here's the good news. As of right now and into the foreseeable future, granted our futuristic changes are happening at an astonishing rate, but drivers are still very much needed. No automated truck company has been able to solve the issue of bad weather, and with current road rules, all automated vehicles require a safety driver who's ready to take the wheel at any point. So as of right now, automation will only increase the work-life quality of truckers. But here's the bad news. Seeing as only 13% of truckers are unionized, there will be no negotiation in how this industry moves forward. We all know the ungodly amount of lobbying dollars these massive corporations throw at politicians in order to make favorable laws to their industries and companies. After all, every company in the world right now is trying to keep up with Amazon, whose monopolizing and borderline slave labor has allowed them to put package on anyone's door, sometimes the same day as the order. Current estimates are that 30% of malls will go out of business due to Amazon's stranglehold on the world of commerce, which Amazon has already started buying these malls in order to turn them into fulfillment centers. So after a few years of seeing potential profits rise and roadway accidents decline, it may not be a hard pitch for these companies competing with Amazon to have the safety driver law become a relic of an unrecognizable world. So what do the people who are supposed to be looking out for truckers think? Well, Chris Spears, the CEO of the American Trucking Association, believes this shift will be a net positive for the industry. He says, while some people use the term autonomous and driverless interchangeably, ATA believes the world of automated vehicles will still have an important role for drivers. Just as pilots play a key role in our airline industry, truck drivers will do the same on the ground by leveraging the benefits of automated technology while navigating the cityscapes and handling the customer pickups and deliveries. And one of my biggest questions in regard to all of this is one that I haven't seen answered, let alone asked. If an automated truck without a safety driver causes an accident, who's liable? Let's use a present example. If Walmart gets a grocery order from Agnes down the street and Gaddick's truck fails to stop before little Timmy runs to grab his basketball, who does the blame fall on? Walmart or Gaddick? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Will automated vehicles replace truckers, or will it make their lives easier? Also, if any of you have insight into the legal black hole that is automation accident liability, we'd love to hear, but maybe that's a question better asked to the AI lawyers. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week.